Hey, what's up, guys? This is Rob the Jeweler here. I know I got a little bit of a mask malfunction. Part of my string has broke off, so we're gonna throw that to the back there. You might see this hanging down a little bit, but not much I can do about it right now. At least till I get another mask. Today we got a ring that is split at the bottom, but it also has cracks under the head here. The customer doesn't want those fixed though. They do not want the cracks underneath. They just want this shank fixed. But you can see the shank has been cut, split, and then has been pushed in where they've been overlapped. I'm not sure you can see that. They've been overlapped. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the ring and we're going to stick it on our mandrel and we're going to spread that out a little bit. Okay, this way it's a little, this way they can spread out and even up more. Now you can see we got it spread out and it's a little more even, but this side over here is still pretty bent sideways. So all we're going to do with that, we're just going to take a pair of pliers and we're going to kind of straighten that out like so. And then we're going to do that to the other side because it needs to be straightened out a little bit as well. Okay. Okay. Then we're going to open it up just a little bit more here. Okay, now you can see we got it even and it's fairly straight. Now I don't have it pushed together yet because we're going to take our filing disc and we're going to smooth out the ends. So filing disc. And we're going to file each of the ends down just a little bit, just to make them smooth and even. Okay, and then what we're going to use our crimpers to meet the ring together as close as possible. You want it to be as flush as possible. Like so. Okay, you can see it's flush. And it's oblong right now, but after we weld it, we'll round it back out, make it straight and even again. So we're going to put the ring on our third hand here. We're going to dip it in boric acid denatured alcohol mix. Now, I know this isn't going to go well with some jewelers, but roach proof, which you can get from the dollar store, it's like $3, $4 at the most. You can go to any dollar store. You can go to Family Dollar, Dollar General. I don't think the Dollar Tree has it, but Family Dollar and Dollar General for sure. You can go there for $3, $4. You can get roach proof. And if you look at roach proof, it says it's 100% boric acid. 100% boric acid. And that's a hell of a lot cheaper than having to go to one of these specialty stores and it costing a lot more. You can pick it up right at your local dollar store. And denatured alcohol you can pick up at most dollar stores. If not, you can pick it up at like Walmart or Ace Hardware or Home Depot, stuff like that. We're going to light this, set it on fire. That's going to burn it off. and that leaves a protective coating over the ring. Then what we're going to do, we're going to cut a piece of our solder. As always, make sure it's the same carat as what piece you're working on. This is 10 carat, so we're going to use 10 carat. So we're going to cut us a piece off here. And we're going to get some of our flux here. And we're going to put just a little bit on the bottom of the ring. Well, on the top, but the bottom of the ring. And we're going to go ahead, light our torch up here. And we're going to use a 5-tip because this is a ring, a bigger piece. Like I said before, I usually use a 5-tip on larger pieces like rings, silver rings, maybe even some big bracelets like big heavy Figaro bracelets or necklaces. And you know, a lot of people say, well, how do you know what size to put the flame? That's just something you learn with practice. That's just something that can't be taught. You learn after a while how big you need the flame, how small you need it. You know, I could say, hey, you need a 3-tip to do a necklace. Sure, 3 tips, great. But you know, if you crank that thing down to where it's so fine and so sharp, you could go down there and just melt the whole thing. I mean, real quick. So that's just something that's learned with practice. It's not something that can really be taught as far as flame adjustment. So I wish I could say, hey, you know, make it this setting, that setting, you know, whatever. That's just something you kind of learn. And to be on the area of caution, it's better to have what you ideally want though is you want a larger, bushier flame. The sharper the sharper it is, the less blue you have, and it's real fine, real sharp. It will heat up real fast. It will actually burn through a piece, which you don't want. So you want to err on the side of caution. Say, do a small bushy flame, and if that's not enough heat, then you can kind of crank it a little sharper, a little bit, and kind of work your way down. Would be my best advice. So what we're going to do, we're going to heat up our solder. We're going to pick it up on our pick here, and we're going to heat this piece up. Flux will kind of bubble a little bit, like so. Okay, then we'll just keep heating it up, And we're just waiting. And see, this would be a good example. See, I need a little bit of a sharper flame. Not quite enough for it to flow. And we'll heat the piece up. And we're going to have to go a little larger for some reason. This thing's being a little stubborn. Now remember, there are different solder flows. Remember, there's hard, easy, and medium. In most applications, I like to use hard, just because it holds better. It's stronger. You know, like on a piece like this, you really, like on a ring especially, you really don't want to use easy because it takes a lot of beating on the bottom from a lot of people, and it'll break a lot easier. So in most cases, I use hard on just about everything. I know some jewelers will probably frown upon that, you know, but I like to use hard on everything. I use hard on necklaces. I use hard on rings. I use hard on to do prongs. I use hard for just about literally everything. And if you practice with hard, you'll get to where you can do that. But if you start with easy, you're using easy solder, medium solder, you kind of get that crutch, as I like to say. So if you try to do everything with hard solder, is my recommendation, just because it lasts so much longer. It's a lot more durable, and here again, this might be a little controversial, but I have found that in most cases, I find that a hard solder joint seems to hold better than a laser welded joint. Now I know some jewelers are gonna be like, I don't know about that, but I found personally that the laser joints, for whatever reason, just do not seem to hold up as strong as a good solid hard welded joint, hard solder welded joint. So, but that's just my opinion. Okay, you know, every jeweler's gonna have their different thing, but that's just my opinion. What we're gonna do, this has got diamonds in it, so we won't have a problem pulling this off here. We can cool this off in our water. So we'll cool that off and dry this off. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take our mandrel, we're going to slide it on here, kind of round it out a little bit. Then we're going to take our rubber mallet and just kind of tap it, round it back out. Because as you can see right now, not really rounded, so we're just going to tap it back out. We're going to put in our hole in our disc here. Okay. Like so. Then you always want to flip it around and tap it on the other side. This way it's even on both sides. Okay, now as you can see, for the most part, we're pretty round again. And we're straight. So now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our rock. We're going to grab our rock, which is our quick filing tool. And we're going to smooth the inside of the shank and the outside of the shank. Okay, now we're gonna grab our little triangle that's got a slit in it, and we're gonna put this flat just like we had on some of the others, like this, and we're gonna file the sides down so they're smooth and even. So we're gonna grab our file and we're gonna file that down. Okay, and then we're going to do the other side here. Then we're going to file the top out a little bit, kind of even it out, round it out. Just make it a little more even. Then we're going to double check it here. Make sure it's all rounded out. We need to round it out a little bit more. Since we've filed the inside down a little bit and got that even. Okay. Then you can see completely rounded, soldered, and completely even. So now we need to do is we need to get our inside rubber smoother. It looks like this. Looks like this. This little rubber, it smooths it out as I drop my solder in the disc. Okay. So we're going to put that in here. Smooth out the inside of the ring. Okay, now we're going to grab our black smoother for the top and the sides. Like this. I usually like to use the black, which is kind of like a medium grade. And we're going to smooth out the top and the sides. Okay, now we're going to do the sides on each side. And now we're going to do the other side. Okay, so you can see we got our ring completely rounded out, completely even, completely welded back together. Got it smoothed out, got it filed down, smoothed out. We're gonna go polish it, clean it and polish it, and we'll be back with the final product. Alright guys, we've polished and cleaned up the ring. We're back for the finished product. And here is the ring that we had cut and smashed together. You can see it's now completely straight, soldered together, rounded out. Can't even tell where we fixed it. This is Rob the Jeweler, and I'll see you on the next one.